Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. This is a short review of a new product that has been released on the RadioMaster website for pre-order, and it's a system for being able to link two radios so that you can teach someone to fly. Ordinarily I would say a fixed wing aeroplane. And it comes in two forms, which is the Micro and the Nano. Now this is the GX12, and you can see at the back of here, there's the module there. I've already soldered up the receiver because you don't get a receiver with it, so I'm going to open up that and show you what I had to do, but it was quite simple. But you do need to be able to solder just 3 wires. You also get the micro version, which is here, so I'm going to split this open for you now so you can take a look, and you can see there are 2 connectors. Now one of these is used for the RadioMaster TX16S and the other one for a Boxer, so you'd use that for those radios. The Nano one, you just have one lead. So in the box, you obviously get the unit itself, which I would assume is the same case as the, it looks exactly the same as the NPM module case. And you get the wire there, so you've got your, to solder up to your receiver. So let's take a look inside. I'm just going to try and undo this whilst I'm chatting to you. So there's just 4 screws we need to take out. And the final one. Okay, let's split this open. And so you can see there are your receiver will need to be able to be changed over to Sbus. Now this is an Express LRS receiver, and I did need to change it over from Crossfire to Express LRS from Crossfire to Sbus, and I can show you that. I will show you that on the radio. You use the LUA script to do that. Once you've bound, so you are going to bind this receiver to your student's radio, and then this gets plugged into the back of your instructor's radio. So it's just as simple as that. There's not much to show. I think you can see there the plugged in there, and then I've soldered it up to the receiver. As you can see, that's quite simple, just 3 wires for you to solder up. Now let's have a look at the radio so that I can show you how we change the Express LRS receiver over to Sbus. Now, depending, you can use other receivers with these modules, but you would have to be able to switch it over to Sbus. So I'm going to switch back over to the overhead camera, and I'll just show you how to do that. So if we go and have a look at the student radio. Now, as I said, I'm not going to go into binding and to the setup of the student and instructor's radio. I mean, basically the student's radio is just a basic setup, and you go and tell it that it is the student's radio. But I have videos for that. You can go on to look at my playlists, and you'll be able to find where I show you how to do that in EdgeTX. But let's have a look. So if you set this system up and then you find that it won't work, you then need to go into your LUA script. So you go into System and Express LRS. Then move down to Other Devices, and there's you can see that's the RadioMaster RP1 I have in this radio. So I'm going to click.
Trainer signal lost. Trainer signal recovered. Trainer signal lost.
Okay,
Trainer signal
might be a bit too close. Let me move the radio away. Okay, now you can see, now it's linked. You can see that the protocol is Sbus. You will find that would say Crossfire, CRSF. So you need to go and change that, and then you will be good to go. So let's demonstrate this if we can. I can try not to bring everything too close together. If I remove the student radio, so you don't actually need to see that, and I'm going to put that up here. I'm going to bring in the instructor's radio, and you can see the channels there. We've got the throttle, elevator, throttle, etc. So I've now fixed up, again in my tutorial videos to show you how to do this, I've set up a switch so that I can, the student will get the controls. So if you listen, So I'm going to move the sticks on the student radio, and you can see there's the aileron, throttle, elevator and rudder. And then if the instructor wants to take back control again, they just click off, and now I'm moving the controls on the student radio and nothing is happening. Now what I want to show you is if you get a problem between the link, so that you would know that the instructor would have to fly the aeroplane, is if there's a loss in signal between the student radio and the instructor's radio. I'm going to force it by turning off the radio. You'll hear there's a warning.
Receiver still connected. Trainer signal lost.
There we go. It will tell you that you've got a problem. I've just turned the radio off, the student's radio off. It will tell you you've got a problem, and then you would know that you should start flying the aeroplane. And there we go. I think I've demonstrated everything for you there. This is great to be able to do things wirelessly, and I'm sure most of us would have a spare receiver lying around. Probably, as you can see, the receiver that I used, let me grab the radio, has the antenna sticking out the top. There we go. You can see it there. Now what you could do is you could get one of the Express LRS RadioMaster receivers that has a ceramic antenna and just put it inside, because you won't worry about range, because you should be standing right next to the person you're teaching to fly. So I like it, and it reacts quickly. There's no sort of delay between the controls being used on the student's radio and then you seeing the response. So yeah. As I normally say, would I buy it? I would if I was teaching someone to fly. Okay, you do have the expense that you need to have another receiver, but I think most of us might have those lying around. So if we were helping someone to fly, then they would buy their own aeroplane. We may have this module, and then the instructor can put their receiver in it, so it's ready to go for anyone. With Express LRS, of course, I haven't actually tested this, but I assumed you had to make sure that they were on a different passphrase. So I had to program the student radio, the little pocket radio, to have a different passphrase than my normal one, so that it wouldn't link to both the receivers. So you would have to remember to do that. But yeah, I do think it's worth it. Go onto RadioMaster's website and have a look at it, see what you think. Okay, well, I hope you found this useful, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section, and I will try. I'm busy at the moment with different things, but I will definitely try and get back to you and assist you. Thanks for watching. Happy flying. Bye for now.